Video, it's all about helping you understand the very real problems that are going on in the mortgage protection industry. I want to save you some heartache and pain, so I'm going to help you understand what is going on, where the problems are coming from, and how to release yourself from this struggle of pain and decreased profitability because of mortgages being placed kind of on the back burner. We're going to get after it with you today. I hope you enjoy this content, but I'm going to give you the keys to the kingdom so you can keep yourself in this industry and not have to go through too much pain as this is taking place. So thanks for joining with me today. We're going to get right into it. So first off, mortgage protection is all based on mortgages being refinanced and brand new mortgages being created. So if you're a brand new mortgage protection insurance agent, that's where your leads are really coming from. It's from people purchasing properties. That's where you're getting your lead when it's already gone through the gamut and they've purchased their property or even refinanced. So let's set that straight. But the Wall Street Journal, the good old WSJ, just released an article today. They surveyed the mortgage giant, Freddie Mac, okay? The mortgage giant just released a bombshell article talking about in 20 years, okay? They have never seen this before. The interest rate on a 30-year mortgage skyrocketed to 7.08%. This is the highest that it's ever been on a 30-year fixed rate in 20 plus years, 2 decades. This is ugly if you're in the mortgage protection space, and you need to be aware of this. If you're going to try to make the wealth, you got to know where your leads are coming from, because leads are the lifeblood of this industry. And if you don't have good leads, you're not going to last long. And this is the problem. Mortgage protection agents are in trouble because of historically high interest rates in the mortgage industry. This matters. The Wall Street Journal has released an article as of today that says the market is paralyzed. Not just debilitated, they said you're paralyzed. This is very important information. You do not want to have a vegetable of a product, and that's where your leads are based on. So this is what took place. Let's talk about some history, okay? This is very recent history. This is all from the Wall Street Journal article today. Just 7 weeks ago, if you're a mortgage protection agent, you knew that it was just a hair below 6%. That's a massive difference in just 7 weeks. This stuff matters. You got to pay attention to this, or you're going to be in a painful place if you don't do a couple little things right. If you look at just a hair over 3 years ago, and this is where the mortgage industry was really hot, really heavy, you look at the interest rates, all right? Let's look at interest rates. 3 years ago, it was just a hair over 3%. So everybody was refinancing. It was like the gold rush. Everybody was going out, buying homes, getting everything refinanced. It was amazing. It was real good for you mortgage protection agents. But right now, massive pain and frustration because of where your leads are coming from. We've got to get down to why things are in trouble so that we can take actionable steps and get into a state of profitability. So with the mortgage protection industry in trouble, what do? This is important. It's not just that we've got trouble here. How do we take advantage of this and accelerate with your career? If everything's grinding to a halt, agents right now are becoming in a place that they're hurt. Let's talk about why you're hurt right now. It's because of something called CPA, all right? CPA on a mortgage protection lead is the leading problem. CPA is cost per acquisition, okay? There you go, cost per acquisition. That's what we're dealing with. Your cost just rose when hardly anybody's really refinancing. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to get to you here is that the cost per acquisition has doubled and tripled. The leads that you're getting, you might as well call them the aged lead program because nobody's refinancing. The market, per the Wall Street Journal, and you mortgage protection agents know it's painful right now. You are in a place where things are grinding to a halt. It is now an aged lead program because hardly anybody is refinancing at over 7%. Nobody's doing it right now. We've got to be paying attention to this number because this really makes a difference in you as a mortgage protection agent. You're buying aged leads now. Even if you're buying a brand new lead, It's going to be so expensive. You might as well call every mortgage protection lead an aged lead program or a data list. It's what somebody did in the past back when things were booming, when things were good. Well, now the economy is going the opposite direction. Gas is now $5 to $6 a gallon. Industry-wide, okay, statewide, you agents in the industry are paying, if you're a face-to-face insurance agent, $5 to $6 a gallon. What, to go knock doors? This doesn't sound like a great time. So let's talk about a better way to get out of this mess and help you make more, because I don't want you frustrated. There's nothing worse than an agent that is frustrated by what's going on. You're not going to be smiling when your lead costs are just going through the roof. So let's fix this. How can we fix this? How can we have a strategy to get out of this trouble and start transacting? Well, thanks for asking. Let's talk about no longer the pain. Let's talk about a profitable, sustainable, and successful business model. Right now, your well has not just run dry. It's like a hole with the bottom cut out. It's beyond, okay, anything we've ever seen, because historically, interest rates have never been this high in 20 years, 2+ decades. This is trouble. The Wall Street Journal says it as well. So let's not talk about the trouble. Let's talk about how you, as an insurance agent, can start profits coming your way. This is all about you profiting, being profitable. Let's focus on maybe a very simple product. Let's talk about limitless leads. Okay? If you knew that you could have an unlimited supply of people and prospects to talk to, would you be more powerful? Welcome to the final expense space. This is huge for you. 11,000 people are turning 65 every single day and are going to do so for the next 10 years. The next 10 years, your prospect pool is not going to run dry. It's like jumping in the ocean. And right now, you mortgage protection agents are experiencing insane pain because your pool is not even dry. It's like zeroed out. There's nothing here. This is going to help you. The final expense space is like an infinite sea that you can go swim in. There's infinite people to go see and help. You can buy aged leads, new leads, Medicare leads, Facebook leads. You're not going to be frustrated anymore by not having people to talk to. This is going to increase your profitability. So number one, limitless leads. 11,000 people turning 65 every single day. Tip number two, where you're going to find a more profitable and a sustainable business model with final expense, tiny little position change for you. You already know how to sell. You're going to have a very low CPA, a very low cost per acquisition. And this is because your lead cost is insanely less because you can go statewide. Your lead pool isn't being put on the backs of new mortgages, on refinanced people out there. You're not going to deal with an aged lead. You're dealing with an amazing lead, really good people that need you, want you, and are an underserved people group. You're talking about leads that are just infinite. You could do, if you're a face-to-face insurance agent, you could do SEO leads, you can do funneled leads, you can make your own Facebook leads, you can buy direct mail leads, you can get really low-cost aged leads, talking like $1.50 a piece or less. This is amazing for you. Your cost per acquisition is less, and oh, by the way, you make more, because tip number three, compensation is big with final expense. You'll never find a better compensation schedule than selling final expense. It's a simple business. Not going to say it's easy, but neither is mortgage protection when no one's buying mortgages. You can make more with a simple product. It's really simple. Guaranteed rate locks, guaranteed death benefits. When something happens, big checks are delivered. You're done. It's so easy, but yet it's not an easy thing to grasp sometimes when you've never been about doing it, because it takes pain, it takes pushing, it takes really getting out of bed every day. But there are limitless leads here. You're not going to lose by having an insane cost per acquisition, which is where you're at now with mortgage protection. That's an insane pain point, but compensation is big. Oh, by the way, mortgage protection, you got to wait sometimes up to 30 days before your policy even gets issued or gets rated up, or you really find out things are bad. This is going to blow you up in this industry in a major way. You're talking about lightning fast issue. With final expense, with the carriers that we utilize, almost every one of them is immediate acceptance or declination. You have a decisive answer from that carrier right here, right now. And this matters when you're selling final expense insurance. When you sell mortgage protection insurance, you leave that home and you don't know if you help the client or if you got to help yourself back into that home and try to fix the problems that maybe took place after the medics, came and the little nurses came and did the blood and urine and then go, uh-oh, white coat syndrome. Nuts, I got to reposition to another company. This can hurt you. This may help you. So if you want a limitless, profitable business model where you can be powerful, limitless leads, low cost per acquisition, because you can go statewide if you do telesales and even face-to-face agents, your cost per acquisition is way, way less per lead. Sometimes talking about a third less than what mortgage protection insurance agents will pay, and they are in trouble. You're going to transact, you're going to take off, and if you need a good piece, of paper to be able to get comp, if you need good training to transact and move forward, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. I am very blessed to run a national insurance agency with some of the most amazing agents across this nation, selling life, Medicare, and annuities, face-to-face, and yes, in the telespace. Free resources on the website for your taking. Thanks for joining with me. Hope this helps. We'll see y'all soon, my friends.